In the world of DeFi, a token's price can increase tenfold in a single day, but crashing to zero or shutting down can also happen overnight. Some people make a fortune, while others lose everything. But the question is, how do you decide which protocol is worth joining? Is it because a KOL said it's the next 100x coin? Or because the APY looks insane and the community is hyping it up? If your judgment is based only on hype, then the risks will only get hotter. In this world where rules replace trust, what you need is not just intuition, but a structured survival framework. That's why we propose the 5 Soul Questions, a checklist that helps you see the true nature of a protocol. All DeFi protocols ultimately face 2 fundamental questions. Is it safe? Will it last? By safe, we don't mean a pretty UI, but will your money be taken away? Can the rules of the protocol be secretly altered? Could the treasury funds become someone's personal cash machine? And by lasting, it's not about how hyped the community or KOLs are, but whether the token supply can be controlled and whether its price can be sustained. So we break down these 2 lifelines into 5 key questions. 3 on safety, 2 on longevity. Only by asking clearly will you know whether you're seizing a future opportunity or taking on unknown risks. 5 Soul Questions. First question, is the LP locked? Is there an insider stash? The foundation of funds for all DeFi protocols is the LP liquidity pool. If this pool is not locked, it means the project team can remove liquidity at any time, without community voting, without notice, draining it with one click. On the surface, this looks like flexible fund management, but in reality, it gives the project maximum asymmetric power. So, what is an insider stash? For example, a project starts by putting 400,000 USDT into the base pool, sets the price at $4 per token, and deposits 100,000 tokens in total. Then they inject 1,600,000 USDT to pump the price, pushing the price up to $100. At this point, only 20,000 tokens remain in the base pool. So where did the missing 80,000 tokens go? This is the classic insider stash. They secretly accumulate a large amount of tokens early on, then use a very small circulating supply to pump the price, drive the price up, and cash out on the market. The final cost is always borne by latecomers. So the first question you must ask yourself is, does this protocol's LP have a lock? Who manages the permissions? In ARK, our choice is permanently renounce LP lock permissions and hand them over to a smart contract lock so no one can withdraw. Contribute the insider stash to the treasury. This is not a promise, it's a rule written into code. Every cent you put in actually goes into the protocol's LP pool, permanently locked. 5 Soul Questions. Second question, is the minting contract open source? There is a brutal truth in crypto. Many protocols appear to have rules, but in fact, they are just not disclosed. If the minting contract is not open source, no one knows when it might secretly mint tokens, move assets, or directly change the rules. Even if the LP pool is permanently locked, an unlimited minting function can still instantly drain an address. So the second question is, are this protocol's minting rules truly open source, unchangeable, and auditable? ARK's approach. All core contracts are fully open source, with owner permissions removed. Once the contracts are deployed on-chain, no one can modify them, and any changes require governance decisions. 5 Soul Questions. Third question, is the treasury multi-sig and transparent? All core assets of DFAI protocols are kept in the treasury. But this treasury, is it community managed or controlled by someone who can withdraw with one click? If a single address has control, no matter how much TVL or how large the treasury, there is still a risk it could be drained and become a manipulation game. So the third question to ask is, does the treasury have multi-sig? Is the governance mechanism on-chain? ARK's approach? All treasury assets are stored in a Gnosis-safe multi-sig wallet with a dual-layer protection mechanism, a governance plus multi-sig mechanism. 1. Governance layer. A proposal must first be initiated by the DAO community and approved by vote. 2. Execution layer. After the vote passes, it enters the Gnosis-safe multi-sig process. Only when the majority of signers complete their signatures will the transfer of funds take effect. Every transaction is recorded. Every use of funds has community consensus. What is an algorithmic non-stablecoin? In the DeFi world, tokens can be roughly divided into 3 types. First, fiat-backed stablecoins like USDC and USDT, whose prices are pegged to 1 USD backed by fiat reserves and relatively stable in value. Second, volatile tokens like BTC and ETH, which have value but are highly volatile. And third, algorithmic non-stable coins. They are not pegged and have no physical collateral. Their price floats freely, but not left to the market alone. Instead, through on-protocol mechanisms, minting, burning, buybacks, sell pressure, they adjust supply and demand to stabilize the price within a dynamic range. That's why it's called an algorithmic non-stable coin. It does not aim to lock to one USD, but rather to flexibly stabilize through its mechanisms. Like a plane encountering turbulence, but the overall flight path remains controllable. ARK adopts exactly this design. Not pegged, but adjusting price through modules, stabilizing through structure, not through shilling or hype. 5 soul questions. Fourth question, is there an EM token issuance module? If you think of a DeFi protocol as a national economy, then its token issuance mechanism is like the central bank of that country. A good central bank does not print money only after seeing inflation, nor does it do nothing when the market cools down. It should issue and regulate tokens timely, appropriately, and predictably based on market conditions. So the fourth question we must ask is, does the protocol's token issuance have a rhythm module? ARK adopts the EM module, which acts like an automatic adjustment system inside a central bank, judging market heat according to the premium index. High premium, strong demand, rhythmic token issuance starts low premium, price near the floor, automatic slowdown, or pause in issuance. This is not a decision made by humans. The issuance rhythm is hard-coded into formulas, executed automatically by smart contracts. ARK also has a floor price system using the sum of LP and treasury assets divided by total supply to precisely calculate the minimum intrinsic value of each token. This keeps the market price and floor price within a relatively stable range, for example 5 to 10 times. The ultimate goal is 3 things: control inflation, stabilize incentives, and maintain long-term consensus. 5 soul questions. Fifth question, is there an RBS market cap stability module? There is no coin that rises forever, nor should there be a coin that collapses without a floor. A truly long-lasting protocol is not about chasing pumps and dumps, but about the ability to stabilize prices. So the fifth question we must ask is, does the protocol have an internal stability module that automatically adjusts prices? ARK adopts the RBS market cap stability module, range-bound stability. It is like the market operations department of a central bank, and when price fluctuations are too large, it automatically activates adjustment tools. When the token price is too high, the system activates selling tokens for stablecoins, increasing market supply, cooling down overheating, and letting values stabilize back. When the token price is too low, the system activates buying tokens and burning them, injecting funds and confidence into the market to avoid panic crashes. ARK's RBS module does not rely on a single pool, but on dual pool linkage. The LP pool plus the treasury pool jointly control prices. If the LP pool's stablecoins are insufficient and price falls, RBS transfers treasury stablecoins into the LP pool. If the LP pool has too many stablecoins and the price spikes, RBS transfers LP pool stablecoins back to the treasury. Through the RBS contract module, LP and treasury are linked together, while maintaining sufficient stablecoin reserves. As soon as the market changes, RBS activates, like autopilot correcting the flight path. The ultimate goal is not to maintain a fixed price, but to ensure price fluctuations always stay within a controllable range set by the system. Understand the mechanism, and you can judge risk. Ask the right questions, and you can participate with confidence. Today we are not looking at coin price, but at the underlying order of the protocol. Many protocols are still stuck at V1 stage, just a single contract, a single pool, with no linkage between LP pool and treasury, unable to handle bubbles bursting or crashes. Without control tools, they surge when hot and collapse when cold. But a V3 architecture like ARK is built by 5 smart modules forming a stable cycle. 1. EM issuance module adjusts rhythm by premium, stabilizing supply and demand. 2. RBS stability module, upper and lower walls to control volatility, preserving value. 3rd treasury module, governance plus multi-sig with transparent assets. 4. Modular design, stackable, upgradable, and evolvable. 5. Decentralized governance, protocol hard-coded on-chain based on rules, not belief. This is not a game supported by hype, shilling, and emotions, but a civilization experiment built on fundamentals, mechanisms, and transparency. The 5 soul questions give you a framework of judgment rules. It does not guarantee you will always profit, but it helps you avoid the most dangerous black holes. Only by asking clearly can you go far. What you participate in is not just a DeFi project that rises, but a financial order written into contracts and operated by structure. By understanding the 5 soul questions, you will know which protocols are truly trustworthy. Not those based on hype, shilling, or sentiment, but those based on open and transparent rules, unchangeable mechanisms, and always verifiable V3 structures. ARK relies on a set of rules that can be put on-chain, audited, and sustained long-term. Understand ARK, and you can invest with confidence and hold long-term.